title of, in terms of this episode, it pertains to the parable, not the word, the work of God is this, to believe in the one he has sent. And it all pertains to work. You see the parable of, in terms of the fire working, is always working without resting. That's the fire out there in the west. But on the work ethic, the god of fire, Zeus, is constantly working. So we're going to go in terms of the work of God. And it pertains to the charity aspect too, which is very, very true. Behind me is the Prime Minister's office here of Greece. And the main function that we're going to bundle everything in together. His job as Prime Minister is, first and foremost, is to communicate the message to those who are wealthy, affluent here in Greece, in terms of the charity aspect of their abundance. And that's the primary job, which is micro. So we're here in Athens. The people of Athens, who are rich or well off, need to do more stuff in terms of the image of Zeus. And that's the Prime Minister's job. And once you understand the work ethic and your abundance into the image. I discussed it before in a previous image in terms of on the charities before. Charity is not about, like you're helping the poor, or there's lots of poor all over the world. But it's more pinpointed accuracy where you have two eyes, two ears, and when you see something, there's action needs to take place. So from your storehouse within this greater community here of Athens, this is in terms of micro. And there's lots of opportunities that people that are here within the greater city, but they fail to recognize them. But eventually, you'll come across sometime in your life that you will recognize it, and that's when you're going to see it, hear it, and then you're going to act. And I brought up that from the parable before when I was selling autism computers, or my own touchscreen computers. The reality is that although I was selling computers, very small margin of profit, but the reality is that when I heard that they needed more, I acted, right? I saw, heard, and acted. And that's what, it's the same as the Good Samaritan. Jesus saw the Good Samaritan and he acted. People here of Greece have to understand from their storehouse that they need to act. And there's lots of opportunities here. So that's the Prime Minister's main job. And I believe he's done it. He's made people aware that Zeus is here. Judging by one of the affluent people here of Greece have donated 3 hospitals. And that's action. But that's just one person. You don't have to do, $750 million in terms of donation and stuff like that. There's lots of smaller stuff that people can do. But just remember this, you're uplifting your family tribe. Paying people more here in Greece as your own family members also helps. But you're lifting up your own family tribe. That's the whole point of action. So, when you have your own business, you've seen people do well, and they haven't done enough charity from the image side, and their business goes down the hill, there's a reason for that. There's some businesses that have been old businesses and they're meant to fail for a reason. New businesses come in and they're meant to rise for a reason. But it all comes back down to the image of seeing, hearing, and acting. having the love of God, recognizing the love of God within you. That's the most important factor. So, the mayor of Athens, as Zeus has repeatedly said this, I put this message out to the world, the message is Hazen McCallion. So, Hazen McCallion, former mayor of Mississauga, didn't raise taxes for 17 years because you're managing the sons and daughters of Zeus, their money. It's not your money, it's their money. And that's what you're doing. And the other note comes into human resources, which is you're hired and you're fired under the commandments. So there's no seniority in government. Either you do your job correctly or you don't. But that is what God has confirmed with me. Not these false prophets, which have been many, and seers and so forth. There have been many false prophets. And it's in the book of Ezekiel too. But that pertains to the Middle East, which is that's a different aspect altogether.